We're not most people. We're professionals.
That's...
Fly up my nose. How professional we are. We're professionals, Kurt. We're professionals.
Why is it so...
So what? Is it okay?
Needs to zoom out.
Needs to zoom out. What do you mean?
Because right here it's from...
Well, hit the camera button again.
It's going to make it, just switch it around. Yeah. Just
No, there's two settings on the, you hit it. One is a wide angle, one's not a wide angle. Did that help?
No, it just switched it to me. Like I told you, it doesn't do anything.
Well, you just got to get close-ups. Is it too far away? Do you want me closer, further away?
No, you need to be further away.
Okay, watch this. The magic of us planning so well. Damn, does this wheel lock on? Yeah, it is. I'll make life better. Is that better?
Hello. Yep.
Okay. Hello, YouTube. It's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. And we're going to do an egg cutting. Here's the thing. This is number 49 out of, I think we have 50. We have one more, right? Just one more. And we're kind of wrapping up for this year. And the next one won't be for, I think it's 10 days after this one or so. So yeah, this is it, right? We're getting down to the very, very end. And back in our early days, we get to this point, and by God, we wouldn't have to cut another egg for 9 months. It's not going to be that way. We're starting pairing now. This is the beginning of pairing season. And then we are going to be right up there cutting eggs again soon, because I anticipate, once we start pairing, I would anticipate eggs probably in April. We've had them as early as March. I think we've had them as early as February, but typically April. So we'll be back cutting in June. So we do get a little bit of a break from egg cutting, you know, and I like having a little bit of a break. Kurt will tell me that's the time that you need to see us at shows, and we need to get rid of all these god dang babies. And Kurt will tell me to sell every single one of these, and then we'll fight off camera about what we should keep. He'll say, sell it! So if it's available, because Kurt told me to make it available. How many people we got on here?
21.
That's going to be good enough today, because we got a lot of stuff to... Guys, we have had a hell of a weekend, man. I tell you, my weekend went like this. Nobody's going to feel sorry for me, I understand. It was Friday night, basketball game. Saturday night, football game. Sunday, we went to the KC show. We did a video about that. We didn't get a film there. We were balls to the wall busy the whole time. It was great. KC show. Monday, you know, another basketball game. Tuesday, here we are filming and cutting eggs. So Wednesday, I honest to God don't know what I'm doing yet, which is great. It means I'll probably be in here working some and just, that's kind of chilling. That'll be nice. So it's been really, really, really insane. So I like having a little break from egg cutting. It is actually kind of nice. So what do we have here? Well, this is another scaleless clutch, hopefully. We only have 3 eggs. We originally had 5. We did have 2 go south on us, which means it's probably like one side of follicles, because she did have originally 6 eggs, but one of them was a slug. So we had 5 viable eggs, 1 slug, 2 dipped out pretty early on. We kind of let them stay there because they were stuck, and we got rid of them today. And then 3 really nice eggs. This was first-time mom who has a super pastel scaleless head bred to our lemon blast scaleless head. So the best thing we could get here would be a, you know, super pastel pinstripe scaleless. I would just like to see scaleless of some sort. If I get 1 scaleless out of 3, I'm actually going to be pretty happy with that. So I guess it's time to start going choppy, right, Kurt? We ready?
Mm-hmm.
How many we got?
20.
20? We lost 1?
Yeah, because you talk too much.
Yeah, shit happens. Guess they weren't that interested. Fuck it anyway. Here goes nothing.
Oh, 22.
22, yay!
Back.
That validates my talking. Thank you. All right, here goes nothing.
One of them was me.
One of them was you?
Yeah.
Oh, one of them was Caleb. Well. That's a scaleless.
I see it.
First one. Now, here's the thing. Well, that's in the egg, y'all. I don't know if there's any other genes. I know it's not a pin, right? I do know that. Couldn't tell you if there's anything else going on with that or not, because I just haven't seen enough of them when they're born to know, like, what a traditional... I know a traditional scaleless looks a lot lighter than a normal, right? So I can't tell you if that's a scaleless or a pastel scaleless. Don't think it's a super pastel scaleless. We'll see when it comes out.
Should
Hey.
be at least pastel minimum.
Oh yeah, super pastel, right? So it is a pastel scaleless at minimum, even freaking better. That's at least one. So no matter what happens, this clutch is a success. Let's see what else we got. Can we get two? I want to get greedy. How do we get three? Hell with it. Three of them. Fuck me running. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but that is gonna be a scaleless too. Is that showing up, Kurt?
Oh, dark.
I am about the wiggle worm. See how clean that pattern is, y'all? That's scaleless. Holy shit. So that's two. 2 for 2. I was joking when I said let's get 3, but the odds on this egg didn't decrease because of the first 2. So let's see if we can get 3. Probability would say no, but the odds per egg don't really decrease. I am over the moon right now. 3 would be amazing. 2's amazing. What the hell am I talking about? I don't want to be like, oh, this one isn't, be disappointed. Fuck, we got 3. We did. No shit. No fucking shit. That's a scaleless all day long. No doubt about it. Look at that. Holy God. So here's what we know. We know we got at least 2 scaleless, and I'm about 85% sure on this one. Stupid adult fly in here. That one's a little harder to see, but just because of the way the fluid is, and I'm not going to leak fluid out of the egg, but that looks scaleless to me. So I am. Shit, guys, I'm going to say.
What was the odds?
I mean, scaleless head to scaleless head, you're looking at a 1 in 4 of it being scaleless, right? Everything's pastel. We didn't see pin, not at all, not at all. Now we did throw off and on, right? We did throw the champagne in there. We have a pastel champagne scaleless head mill as well, but nothing in here would indicate that there's any champagne either. That's definitely not, that's definitely not. So, I mean, who the dad is, honest to goodness, is anybody's guess. But, because the pin did not show up, the champagne did not show up, but we hit 1 in 4 across the board 3 times in a row. We're going to have at least 3 pastel scaleless, if not super pastel scaleless in there when they're out. And the reason is because of super pastel, so it's guaranteed pastel. I mean, just that's nuts. That is a very, very long source of probability of hitting 3 in a row. That's a whole different question that's beyond my capability of doing math in my head because I'm not a math nerd. But if somebody is a math nerd out there, I'm a car nerd. I'm not making fun of you. We all are nerds about something. Kurt's comic book nerd. If somebody's a math nerd out there and you want to tell me the probability of hitting 3 of those in a row like that off of a 1 in 4 odd per egg, that'd be pretty amazing. So I'm excited. I think that's great. That's great. Kurt, what do you think?
It's great. It's great.
I mean, well, last time we cut a scaleless clutch, we had what? 6 eggs or 5 eggs? We got 1, And so then this time, bam, 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 they hit 3 for 3. That is just, that is insane. And granted, from a monetary standpoint, these aren't what they once were. This clutch is not done for the chasing money. It's done because it's a project I wanted to see through to the end because of how much I respect, Brian, and how much I learned from watching him and wanting to share a little bit of his excitement the first time he cut those scaleless. I don't even know how the hell to say that. English has left me today. And so to get to hit, when I hit 1, that was a big relief, right? That was like, hey man, we've done it. Then they get to hit more, and I was thinking, we may not even get any. It's 1 in 4. I've only got 3 eggs. It's maybe, maybe not kind of thing. And then bang, 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 3 in a row. It's just crazy. All right, is there any questions? If not, we're gonna hop up off here and go to Patreon.
There was one.
There was one. Let's hear it.
BRH Constrictors, any plans for a blood diamond update?
Doing
a video or something?
Yeah, we can do a video. We still got some available. We need to take some pictures and send some to a guy today. Some other things, it's no problem. The blood diamonds are doing great. We did not get any more this year. I will tell you that. We did repeat the pairing. Just that female did not go this year. We had 2 females have babies for us, but not the reds. So the red did not father anymore or did not have any more this year. But that's irrelevant. We do have blood diamonds. We're doing great. The color is wonderful. They are definitely a first generation captive. They're still kind of assholes. My favorite one, our holdback, is a definite asshole. Growing really well. Color is just mind-boggling phenomenal. So, anything else? I'll never get a rattlesnake question on the scales. It just makes me happy.
Someone said basically you just won 3 scratch tickets in a row.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't even say scratch tickets because 1 in 4, if you got 3 eggs, you have a good shot at getting 1. But getting 3, it's certainly like winning a scratch ticket. I mean, maybe not winning the big prize of like 100 million or nothing, but like winning $1,000 scratcher. Yeah, I'd say it's about probably the same odds, maybe. Depends how bad the state needs money and how screwed up the odds are or whatnot. But that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So yeah, anything else?
Mm-mm.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We're going to hop up off here, slide over to Patreon, talk a little more about this. Here's one more good view, man. That'll really show you that scaleless in the egg. You can just really, really see it. Super cool. Super, super cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.
Oh, wait, there was a couple questions.
Sure.
Last minute ones.
Last minute ones. Wait, last.
Do you have any other scaleless that you are growing out?
Growing out? No. This will be it from this year. I mean, we didn't have any scaleless before. This is the first we've ever got scaleless. We do have 1 additional scaleless head female, I believe, we're growing up, which will be 3 scaleless head females. So and then we have 2 scaleless head males that are ready, 2 scaleless head females that are ready. I think the other one that's growing up is, I want to say, like a lemon blast or a killer blast scaleless head female, I think is what we're growing up. It's a killer blast scaleless head female. So we do have that growing up as well. So we'll end up with a super pastel scaleless head, lemon blast scaleless head, and a killer blast scaleless head from our females. Currently our males are going to be a pastel, a champagne scaleless head, and then a lemon blast scaleless head. So, we'll probably work that. If this project proves viable on the female side, we will work it into some other things. But that still is definitely not proven to be yet. Maybe it'll get proven. Maybe it won't. They do have so far some higher rates of I think failure as babies, from what I understand. I think it's just a little bit different care people have to get used to, us included. So, anything else?
Yep.
All right.
Alex asked, any plans on going for triple or quadruple recessives?
Right now we're working some double recessive stuff. We really haven't pushed to triple recessive stuff at all yet, or quad recessive stuff. We really haven't. And for me, this is always going to be making what I like, right? And I kind of feel that, especially on a smaller collection, which we're a medium collection. I mean, we're a larger collection than 85% of people out there, right? But we're not a Canova size collection. We're not a BHB size collection. I don't think we're a Miguel Garcia size collection. I'm not sure the size of his collection. And in those collections, you can have some more leeway. I kind of feel like if a collection that's around 50 snakes is trying to do quad recessives, it's probably not because that's what they like. It's probably because they're trying to say, well, what's going to hold value in today's market? And for me, I'm always going to be 80% of what drives me to make things is what I like. The rest of it will be from a monetary standpoint. So I probably won't push hard right now to do quad recessive. I'm not saying it'll never happen. I'm just saying it's not like I'm sitting here going, well, hell, if I just do quad recessives, and those are going to be the expensive snakes right now, and I can stay as higher profitability than others. I look at profitability as being a way to cut expenses, and cutting expenses to stay increased profitability allows me to make what I want and still be profitable. So hopefully that kind of answers that. So maybe, but not right now. It's not something we've even really talked about. We've talked more about some double recessives we want to do. So
Justin asked an interesting
oh,
question
interesting.
for you, not for me, not
Kurt
for
had
me.
Eyebrows go up.
I
Interesting.
hate this.
Any chances of getting Exantic into Scaleless?
Yeah, if it proves viable, it's certainly an option. Looking at it, I don't know if it's a snake that's going to do well with Exantic, if I'm being honest, because what does well with Exantic, from my eye, is things with a lot of black and a lot of yellow and ripping the yellow out to have that contrast. The Scaleless, especially with all of ours kind of having pastel in it for the most part, they're not really going to pull any color out. Now, if I could do a normal Exantic Scaleless, I think that might be really cool. Actually, that'd look really good, but I don't know if you'd have the contrast. I'm not sure if it's a pairing that's going to work really well together. So I don't really know if I'm going to rush to get that in there. There's some things I'm going to get Exantic in here coming up that a lot of people don't, that I think will be really, really cool, but it's not something I saw and said, oh God, that has to go together. For me, champagne is something I want to see with it because the champagne has that kind of brownish color, and you're going to lighten that up and make it really, really cool. So we went that direction. With the pastel, you get that kind of camoed thing going on. I wondered how that would look, if it would almost be kind of a really light snake, and with that there, but not as dark. So those are some of the things that we push to with our Scaleless project. Other things I think would look good with are actually darker snakes, because you're going to lighten that up and increase that contrast and kind of blow some out. Like a blackhead Scaleless, I think would be really nice. You don't want to do it on a solid color snake. Like making an all black snake like the Suma Scaleless, I think would be fucking pointless. Making Bell Scaleless has never been something I thought was a great idea. A pied Scaleless would look really good. If I was going to do a double recessive with Scaleless, and I know Scaleless is more of an incomplete dominant because you have the visual head, but it's a double homozygous, let's call it that. I would probably push pied. And my reasoning behind that is, if you hear me talk about what I like in pied, right? I like that orange color. And pies are kind of have that orange and brown tipping, and a good one's got a lot of orange in it. But if you were to strip off a layer of that orange, I think, would come through a lot. So you'd have a really, really nice pie with a lot of contrast with orange and white. That would probably be the way I'd go. Maybe slap a little yellow belly in there for good measure to get the colors I want, or a little orange dream. So that would be kind of where my brain would take it. All right, anything else?
Yeah, Python Addiction did some math
Yeah.
and said that you had a 1 in 64 chance of hitting all 3.
That's pretty not the best of odds. So I'll take it. Thank you we had at least one person able to do that math in here. And this one here, I just looked. I'm 100% convinced it is Scaleless. I can see its belly a little bit and where that turns along there. It's a Scaleless. So yeah, all 3, 100% all 3. 1 in 64. That's pretty long. So that's awesome.
Okay.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.